Hello, everyone. Welcome to this. All right. I'm serious now.
Yes. Please carry on.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of UNWALLED. Can you tell what's happening? It's Christmas! Oh my God!
I hope you guys are celebrating with us. I hope I'm not the only one celebrating here. Okay.
So, we're here to talk about Christmas. What is the essence of Christmas? Why do we wear new clothes? Why do we do packing gel?
Why do we eat jollof rice?
Really?
No, yes, it's food. No, you are talking about wearing new clothes. I mean, it's food first, before the clothes and all those
It's
other
as if
things.
you're adding weight.
No, it's
Anyway,
the way. I can show you the way.
we're actually here to talk about Christmas. So, with me here, I have my friend. What's her name?
My name is Emmanuel. What's your name?
So with me here, I have Emmanuel Nepley, my friend, and then we're going to be talking about Christmas. Did you just wave?
Yes, man. I have fans. Carry on.
Okay. So when you hear the word Christmas, as far back as you could remember as a child, when you hear the word Christmas, what was the first thing that popped into your mind?
Christmas tree, Christmas lights, coming to church on Sunday morning. For some reason, just growing up, I never understood why there was 1 week in the year when we have to have 2 Sunday services, so to speak. Unless if Christmas was on Sunday. I didn't used to like the fact that we'll come on to church on Sunday and then have to go back on maybe Monday or Tuesday, or we'll come on Thursday or Friday, and then we have to go back to church on Sunday again. It was a whole thing. So yeah, that was one of the things. Coming to church on that morning, and then of course putting up Christmas lights, baking chin-chin, frying chin-chin, sometimes baking cake. Our house was like that. So yeah, honestly speaking, just thinking far back, that's the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of Christmas. How about you?
Christmas for me was a big deal. Because growing up, we were a lot in the house.
Yeah.
So it's not even really gift giving, They give gifts for my house. You drink wine.
Oh, wow.
Yes. You drink wine. Like you said, there's chichi. Then there's new clothes. I always loved the fact that I was going to have new clothes for Christmas.
That's really nice. For some reason, we never had that in our family. I don't know why. We used to buy new clothes, just not Christmas clothes.
It was Christmas clothes. And then I remember that was the time in the year when my mom would allow me apply packing gel, do telephone wire, because she was like, no relaxing of hair. Yeah. So that was a time where it looked like things were a bit relaxed. So I always associated Christmas with family.
Yeah.
But thinking about it now, is that actually the essence of Christmas?
No, actually, no. You know what? I always say that we should not neglect all those things because Christmas is a time of celebration. So we should do as much as we can to have fun and actually have a good time, but not forgetting the main essence of Christmas, which is the main thing that we're actually here to talk about. And I remember in preparation for just thinking about it, learning more about God, Back then, of course, I hated having to come to church twice. And yes, sometimes it can be hectic, but just knowing that I'm coming to actually hear about the truth behind this season and just the miracle of Jesus actually coming here, leaving his throne in heaven, coming here to spend time with us on earth. A lot of us usually say he came to die, but he actually lived 33 years here, showing us an example of what it means to actually live here on earth as as sons of God, as children of God. So that part is really important to me. So before we even get to, I guess, Easter and even looking ahead to Easter, just the fact that Jesus came down to this earth, left his throne up in heaven, all the privileges and everything to come here and first of all live like a man like us and actually show us what it's like to live like that, and then eventually die to pay the price for our sins. It's humbling every time I think about it. If I was the one in heaven, it would be a struggle before I come down here to come and do anything for people. True. But he did that for us, and so that's the first thing I think about.
Thinking about Christmas, it's the older I get, the more I appreciate
what Jesus
the
did.
whole story behind it.
Yeah.
Because there was something, as someone said, it's we don't even really think about it though. Jesus was in the womb for 9 months.
Yes. He
was in the womb for 9 months. Like all of us.
Mm.
And then he came as a child. The whole thing that childbirth is not
pinch
only,
him, you cry.
Yes, it's not only painful for the parents, but I actually heard it's painful for the child when they're taking in their first breath.
Yeah.
So he went through all of that, and there was so much rejoicing in heaven. Like then when we were kids, we were just singing "Hark the Herald," and everybody's like, "Yay, yay, yay!"
Yeah.
But now when you think of the message, it's like, this is humility in the biggest way possible. That God, who is unlimited, who doesn't sleep, who doesn't slumber, who doesn't get tired, would choose to subject himself. I mean, Jesus was a baby.
A baby. I said they pinch him, you cry. You pinch him, you cry.
What's your issue with the pinch?
That's my own. They pinch him and you cry.
Like, it's just beautiful to have a story of God come, in the flesh. Do you have any other thoughts you want to share? Any other questions?
Before I have another thought. But before I go there, I just like this thing that you pointed out now, that Jesus was a baby. It's bringing so many things to mind. When we think about it, they wrapped him in swaddling clothes. Sometimes when we speak in biblical English, it sounds like this.
You think the
this out there swaddling? It's napkin, please. They all wrapped us inside blanket and napkin. That's not.
I'm sorry.
He was a baby. They wrapped him inside napkin. They carry clothes.
Like a baby that was even born in a manger.
In a manger. Some of us, at least they born us inside hospital.
God, I can't imagine what it must have taken. But
sometimes I wonder if, God. Honestly speaking, just to reiterate again, I don't know how many of us, if we were in that position, would actually choose to do that. It was really a lot for him to come down like that and live in this world is beyond wretched compared to what Jesus had up in heaven. And then, so it's a lot that he did for us. Secondly, it was all part of a grand plan that God had. And this is to redeem us back to himself. All those sacrifices that were being made in the past, in times of Moses and all the judges and all the prophets and all that, and the priests and all that. Those sacrifices were only a shadow. It was almost like a placeholder. The real sacrifice was Jesus.
Preach. I'm dropping down. Please, do continue.
The real sacrifice was Jesus. And this was the beginning of his ministry here on earth. First of all, coming before even, living, doing his ministry, and then eventually dying for us. So just the beginning of that redemption story and what that means for us, just to expatiate on that a bit, like we were sinners. We were given a perfect situation in the Garden of Eden. God gave Adam and Eve instructions on how they should live. They failed. And they and they ate that fruit. And here we are. But God, even before the creation of the world, we're anticipating our fall, created this way for us. And eventually this Christmas is just celebrating the beginning of the manifestation of that redemption here on earth. And it's really a beautiful thing, to think about.
It is. Thinking about it just makes you want to celebrate Christmas all the more. Like there's now a reason behind celebration. It's not just, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Yeah. And you eat the jollof rice well.
Of course. You should eat the jollof rice
and eat the ice cream too.
You just touched my heart. All these things are nice because they are a way to get people to hear what Christmas is really about. It's like you said, look, we were sinners. And then God came in the form of Jesus to show us a pattern, to show us how to live, to show us, what God's plan and promises is for man. So it's just, Christmas is actually beautiful.
It really is.
Especially when you're in the Obodos with snow. And I've always wanted a white Christmas. Perhaps my dream will come true.
Do they have snow? We have snow machines in Nigeria. Maybe we'll find it and fake our own snow.
It would be really nice.
There's nothing technology cannot do.
With the whole Christmas tree and all, there was something that a man of God I really respect said. He said, Christmas is more than dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh. Some of the things are so quote unquote Americanized that all I want for Christmas is you. It's beyond that.
White Christmas. I'm in Nigeria. What do you mean white Christmas?
I received my shade with Thanksgiving. But anyways, there's just such a message behind Christmas that when we sit, and even all the hymns that we do, all the Bible reading that we do, if you actually sit down and reflect on them, there's such light, such illumination that comes. And one lesson I think we can pick from Christmas is to be humble, to understand that what Christ came to do was is an act of his self-giving love.
Yeah.
So I think that is what inspires us during Christmas to give, to share, to love. Because we have seen an example in Christ.
You know, I was reading Luke, especially chapter 2, where the shepherds, like it's just piggybacking on the issue of celebration. The angels came and showed up to the shepherds, and after telling them, do not be afraid, and telling them that this Messiah who was prophesied by Isaiah and all these prophets has come, and they went and saw him, and they just went about praising God. So I think it's a season of thanksgiving because of what God has done. And it's also, somebody mentioned this to me, that it's a time to remember that God keeps his promises. Because like I said... Like
you stole the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, you can say it again just to emphasize for people. But just like we said, these prophets prophesied these things. So it didn't just happen and everybody was looking around like, what's going on? They could go through the scriptures and read through the writings of the prophets and read that yes, this child was prophesied and this is what's going to happen. And so it was a sign that God keeps his promises. It took a long time. And I'm sure there's some people that were maybe already giving up hope and some people that were thinking this thing is impossible and so on, but it's happened. And it's another reminder to us that we serve a God that keeps his promises. You want to say it again so that people know? True.
But actually we do. Like, it's amazing how when you read these Christmas stories, especially Matthew, and then you see this whole long genealogy, even Luke, about how this was the son of that, was the son of that. And then you might think it's all inconsequential. Yeah. But God used all these people.
Strategic.
And then the end result was Christ.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just shows that when God wants to do something, he's actually thorough about it. He didn't just jump from the sky. You can actually trace.
Yeah. This is
what
Adam,
God said. And this is how it came to pass.
I don't know, you pointing that out just made me think, what if Jesus had his own children? Anyway, that's just a random. What if Jesus had his own children? Please. That's a story for another day. All right. I actually don't really have anything else to say apart from to ask. Okay, no, 2 questions. What's like one of your favorite Christmas memories? Whether it's just because of the message of Christmas or even just a time that you maybe spent with family or something, whatever the case is. What's one very good memory of yours?
A very good memory. I'm going to cast you because you're my friend. But I think it was last year. Last year when I went to my village. It's not Pasha.
Oh, okay.
But then you came over. It was a really nice moment for me because I think I remember throwing it out to you one time. I was like, come and see for Christmas. And you're like, no, it's this chance. Yeah. And then you came for Christmas. Like, I was so excited when I saw you. It's not as if we gisted like that or even went but just seeing.
We have much time actually.
Yes. Just seeing like a friend of mine, like going all the way for me to come for Christmas. Yeah. It was nice. Then another childhood memory. Like I said, we were a lot in the house. Yeah. So having like a lot of people and then there was like something new. You don't drink wine every day. True. So when you have...
Some people do. I don't know how they... Please.
So...
They should reduce it.
That's not the point. The point is the fact that especially when there's chicken, and then there's mineral. You can't drink more than 2 bottles as a child. You can't eat more than 1
and your parents will not complain. Yes.
So that was it. And then the fact that I always had new clothes. Like I could not wait. You didn't want to go to church. I could not wait to go to church. They will see my new clothes. It's Christmas. I have to show off. Yeah. So like those are the important things I think.
That you remember?
Yeah, my memories actually. So what is your?
I remember one Christmas season. It wasn't the Christmas day itself, but it was during the Christmas season that my dad took me and my older brother to Wildlife Park in Jos. My mom wasn't there. It was just me and my older brother at the time. I can't even remember because I have a younger brother too. He was either too small or maybe he was even born then because we're really, really small. And my dad took us there. And he just let us roam free. And I just remember like, it was the freedom and the exploration. Like I was just walking around.
You were having I
wasn't afraid of anything. Of course, the lions were cages. So I always remember that. And I know it was during that Christmas season. It wasn't really the day itself. But that's one of the memories I have of Christmas. It was really, that day I had the time of my life. We had so much time. So I'm a very, whenever I'm enjoying something, I know this is true for most people, of course, you never want it to end.
True.
And that day, it felt like it wasn't going to end because my dad it seemed like that was how he planned it, that we went quite early and he just allowed us to just go. And so, of course, he would just be like, he would just be around like, hey, don't go here, don't go there. Of course, as a father, that's what he has to do. But I actually got tired. Then I stopped. That was when I stopped. So I remember that day it was beautiful. Honestly speaking, apart from that, one another good memory actually was one of the Christmas carols we had in this church. We had some classical choirs come and all that. It was either the last year or the last 2 years that we had a Christmas carol. It was beautiful. They had all these choirs come and sing, and everybody was on point that day. And I really enjoyed that too. Mostly Christmas Day, we mostly just spend the time at home. We entertain visitors and all that. Sometimes it can be a little bit hectic because like waking up early. So honestly speaking, I can't remember off the top of my head any Christmas day that was all that amazing.
It's not even the Christmas day that is fun. It's like the
season.
Yeah, it's the season because Christmas day they are often visitors.
Yes, and you're entertaining. Sometimes the day itself is.
But it's just beautiful that it's around Christmas season that you now see like barriers are kind of
people kind of let loose a bit and just let's actually celebrate. Let's have fun.
As in, let's be nice during this time of the year, and then other times of the year,
January,
not be nice.
January, by the time they finish December month.
So,
yes. Yeah.
To wrap up.
Yes.
What's your plan for Christmas?
I said I had 2 questions. That was the second question. I don't really have a strict plan yet, honestly. But what I usually do with my friends is at some point, one person will call the other person. The other person will call the other person. I'll be like, what's going on? What's going on? All of us like this, we don't have a plan. We better come up with a plan. And I'm sure as the days get closer, we'll figure something out and we'll just probably hang out, eat chicken, eat something, Yeah, something simple like that.
Is that you're inviting me to the hangout?
When I said me and my friends, we call each other.
I just had to clarify. You understand?
Don't worry, I got you.
So my plan for Christmas is like we do every year. Go to the village.
You're not saying that with enthusiasm.
Yay! No, but really, we go to it's nice because I can spend time with family, just people that you haven't seen all through the year. You have an opportunity to catch up. Cousins is like every Christmas you meet a new cousin. Like that guy, he's your mother's brothers, aunties, uncles, grandfathers, nephews. Yes. So it's just getting to know people, but then also hanging out with my friends. And I really hope that this year I would be able to hang out with my friends.
I'll call you. I have a question.
Yeah.
You guys go to the village during Christmas. Do you get to come back with at least a few days left that you can still hang out, or you spend most of the time after New Year?
Yeah.
Okay. Even if it's after New Year, so we'll still find time to hang out.
We should.
We will.
Anyways, what is one last thought that you have for the audience?
So the first thing that came to my mind is, just because of how profound that point about God keeping his promises is, I just want to emphasize that. Pray. Talk to God. Or let me address us directly. Talk to God. Pray and know that he listens. He's a father. He will always listen. He will always have an answer for you. And if he has said he will do something, hold him to his word. He will do it. That's my word.
Oh, look at you, looking like a pastor, preaching to the audience.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we wrap up, I think one thing my friend has said, and I would stress it again, God keeps his promises. It may have taken him years before Jesus came to save man, but he came and he wasn't late. Emphasis on he wasn't late. So beyond the religion of Christmas, let's learn to look deep. When we go for Christmas carols and we hear all those songs, we read the Bible, we sing those hymns about Christmas. Let me task us to just, in this season, actually think deep about them, because Christmas is, you might think, oh, why do we celebrate Jesus' birthday? I mean, there's not really much to it. Easter is the main thing, but no, it's like 2 pieces in a puzzle.
Yeah.
If he didn't come, he wouldn't have died. So look beyond this religion, Christmas, and actually enjoy the spirit of it, the life. There is life in celebrating the fact that Jesus came. And we're not just saying, oh, he came because, he wanted to come, but he came to do something that will change the course of history. So this Christmas, enjoy it, but most importantly, spend it with family and friends, and also tell people about the gospel message. So I would like to ask, what are your Christmas plans? Please let us know in the comment section. Let us know what you plan to do for Christmas.
Thank you for staying with us on this episode. As she said, please let us know in the comments what your plans for Christmas are, and also what the essence of Christmas is to you. You've heard our own already. Please, let's hear your own. We love to interact with you. And please share this video with anybody who you believe it to be a blessing to, and it will be a blessing to anybody that you share it to. Like this video and also subscribe to the channel. We'll see you again next time. Bye.
Bye, guys.
I climb to the highest mountain.